music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Teen Mom OG. This is season 7, episode 15. Yeah, so it is like 12:30 at night, and I have to do 5 reviews tonight. So this is number 1. Yay! So I hope you guys all enjoy. First things first, as y'all know, lipstick of the day. That's a question I get the most. This lip today, it is Urban Decay. Urban Decay is one of my new faves. I got about 7 of their colors. So yeah. So this is Urban Decay, and the color is called Crank, and is it a matte? Yep, a mega matte. So I like it. It's very cute. And y'all know I love lipstick, so you know it is what it is. I am going to do a lipstick haul where I will show y'all, you know, all my different lipstick stuff. I'm just getting some more colors in so I can be not just have just my Urban Decay, just my Fenty Beauty, just my MAC. You know, I want to get some other stuff too, so I'm working on that, so don't worry about it. Again, thank you for tuning in. So also, one more thing, I hate sometimes saying too much stuff in the beginning. A lot of people were saying how they want to know more about me. If y'all want to see more than just this stuff, go ahead and follow me on IG. I do post more stuff about my day, what I do, whatever. You get a bit more of me on my IG, and my IG is Jay_Lees, LEES_corner. And that's on IG. So Jay_Lees_corner. And the link is actually on my, like, on YouTube. Like you will see, it says like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You can see a little bit more of me and my antics and stuff that I do throughout the day. Okay, enough of that. Sorry. Maci is back from Nicaragua. I think she went to Nicaragua for Naked and Afraid, so she's back from there, and you know, she's happy to see the kids. The kids are happy to see her. We see that whole thing. You know, we see them talking about how their t-shirt line is growing and growing and growing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So he's like, you know, I had to hire someone. They're out in Florida, and they have like a warehouse / factory that the girl is working on there, just so that they can have somewhere where all the shirts are stored, because it's hard to have a storage place in your house, especially when you have 3 kids. You know, that's a lot. So it makes complete sense for them to have a place where it's done, and then have someone help them, you know, handle it or whatever. So Taylor's going to be going up there to see the person, and he wants to take Bentley with him, which I thought was really cute. Taylor is such a good dad. Like, he's totally cool. And even when he said, you know, it's good for him to see what we're doing now, because eventually we'll probably give the business over to him anyway. And it just shows how much he, you know, there's no, he's not my son. This is no, I'm just a stepdad. None of that. Because even though Taylor and Maci have their own son together, Bentley is still their first and oldest child. And I love how there is no separation to that. I think that was really, really cool. Ryan and his wife. Let me just talk about them and get it over with. Ryan and his wife, I mean, I'm hoping they not, you know, I'm happy Farrah isn't on here anymore. I did not miss that bitch at the all. I don't want Farrah replaced with Mackenzie, because I don't like Mackenzie. I really, really don't. I'm seeing how she's getting, they're showing her more and more and more. They show Mackenzie more than they show Gary's wife, Christina. Like, we really don't see much of Christina outside of her and Gary having conversations. I don't want Farrah replaced with Mackenzie. I don't like Mackenzie. I just don't. She gets on my damn nerves. Anyway, you know, they talking on everything, and they're talking about having kids. Ryan ain't ready for children. Ryan needs to be clear and clean for at least a year before y'all try to bring kids into that marriage. Y'all want to be married? Cool. Y'all want to be happy? Let that man get clean first. Ryan ain't really clean in my eyes because he hasn't been clean enough long enough to say he's clean. He's been clean enough to be like, well, I'm out of rehab and I'm fresh out of rehab. He hasn't had to sustain his sobriety for what, a month or two? Maybe 3? No, give him a full year. If in a full year he is still fully clean and he's able to be a good dad to Bentley, you haven't even given him a chance to be a good husband. Girl, go sit down some damn where. So it was just so stupid. Even her saying to him, I respect you so much for not marrying Maci, and you saying how that didn't work for you. Look, Ryan didn't want to marry Maci because Ryan did not want to be responsible. I think it had nothing to do with him not loving her or whatever. Maci wasn't letting him be a nobody. She wasn't putting up with his shit. So that's the reason he didn't want to marry her, because he can't get away with what you're letting him get away with. Him basically being a piece of shit, no good father. You know what I'm saying? Maci would not put up with that. So that's the reason he didn't want to marry her. So girl, bye. You can't be acting like he did Maci a favor, or as in, Maci wasn't the best thing for him. No, he wasn't the best thing for Maci, which is probably why you two are a good ass couple. Because y'all, let me not go there. Y'all know she get me all worked up. Anywho, she even said, do you think she's gotten over the past? This fool, Ryan, actually said that he thinks Maci has not gotten over the past. But then says he has gotten over it. The only past Maci has not gotten over is the fact that you are a shitty father, that you have always been a shitty father. That's Maci's only issue with Ryan, period. That's the only thing of the past that she probably isn't over. And she isn't over because you're still a shitty father. Like, I think if Ryan was bad in the beginning and he redeemed himself and he got better, I do think Maci wouldn't have issues with him. Her issues with Ryan is, you shitty as a father. You really, really, really are. Your son has more of a relationship with your parents than you because of you. So, it's just stupid. Mackenzie bringing up how she wants to go to nursing school. And, she was talking to her friend. She went out with her friend and everything, and telling her friend she wants to go to nursing school. And she was saying to her friend how she thinks Ryan would be a great father, how he's ready to be a dad, and he's gonna be such a great father. What proof of that do you have? I can say all day, I'll be a great doctor. If I can just get a chance to get into medical school, I'll be a great doctor. But if I don't put forth any effort to be a doctor, you can't say I'll make a great doctor. I haven't put any effort towards it. Ryan has not put in the right effort to be a good father for Bentley. Ryan puts in enough effort to make it seem as if Maci is preventing him from being a good father. That's what he does. He's like, well, I'm trying to see him, and she won't let me see him because she don't know if you're on drugs still. So she's like, well, he can see your parents and you take a drug test because you're not putting forth the effort to really be a good father. And I love how her friend said, Ryan should be able to tell that he's hurt people. And that's why, he's going through things he's going through, because he has hurt people and he should know that it's his fault. And you can see Mackenzie wanting to be like, well, but she knew damn well her friend was right. And, she gonna say, well, yeah, but, people should also see that he's trying. Trying to what? Get high? Girl, be quiet. And I'm like, is he trying? Is he really, Mackenzie? Is he really trying? No, they don't. What does Ryan do all day? I'll wait. What does Mackenzie do? We don't see them doing anything. My thing is, Ryan has too much free time on his hands not to be in someone's AA. Not AA because he's not alcoholic. He's a narcotic. He's a drug addict. So an NA meeting. He isn't in any kind of counseling. Nothing. He's not even trying to go talk to lawyers to get custody. Not custody, but get visitations to Bentley. He doesn't do anything all day besides say what he could, should, would do. Y'all don't do shit all day. At least with with Maci and Taylor, we see them doing things with the kids. We see them having to work on their t-shirt line. We see her going to other shows. We see them living a real life and doing other things besides nothing. I ain't seen Ryan do shit in the past 4 or 5. What does he do? Nothing. He doesn't do anything. So my thing is, what is he trying to do besides be on the show and bash Maci? Nothing at all. So we do later see them two talking again, and her saying how she's going to try to do school and it might take her 6 years to get it done. And he's like, well, are you sure you can do that without stressing because we got 2 kids and he wants to have more kids? Girl, don't do it. And she's like, no, I think I'll be able to do it. Now, I can commend her for wanting to go to college and make something of her life. I can commend her for that. And as long as Mackenzie don't come out her mouth sideways trying to blame Maci for Ryan's issues, I think I can learn to tolerate Mackenzie, but she hasn't done that yet, so she still gets on my goddamn on nerves. So, you know, Ryan says how he thinks he's going to go to school with her to see about him starting school as well. I think that's a good start to do things. You ain't doing shit else, take your ass to school. He also says that he wants to go to try to see maybe an addiction counselor and go to some Narcotics Anonymous NA meetings. But it's like, I want to see if he actually does that. If Ryan takes the steps to grow up, I think it will be great. It will be a great comeback story. It'll be a great thing of, well, you was crappy for 7-8 years and now you're finally getting your life together. That's commendable. But I have to see it first. So yeah, it is what it is. With Maci and Taylor, it was some little things that we saw, with Taylor and Bentley went to Florida. It was cute to see Taylor and him having like father-son time, to see Taylor including Bentley on looking at color swatches and putting together colored palettes and asking him his opinion, because it's true. If you want to groom your child to take over your business, you want to show them from the beginning what it takes to do it. Show them the warehouse. Show them how you have to pick fabric, pick pocket colors, pick this and pick that. It was cool. We see Maci back at home, basically buying Jade a new bed. She needs a taller bed now because she's outgrown her crib. So that's really cute. Even seeing her saying, I'm not comfy where I got it, mommy. Climbing in it and out the beds at the little furniture place. That was really cute. They did pick the bed that she wanted. And when Bentley and Taylor came home, it was cute that Taylor put the bed together. That was a whole little cute thing. And even Maci and Taylor talking about more kids. He wants more children, or he isn't against more children. And I don't think Maci is against more children either. I think she just does not want more kids right now, basically because of how young Maverick and Jade is and how they're still like toddlers. I think it may be like a year. They should have, like a year. Because if she gets pregnant in a year, then it'll be another year. Yeah, because that'll be like 2 years from now. So I think that'll be good. I do think then they would end up having more kids. The bed they put together, I do think they're gonna need to put some goddamn posts on the floor, because that girl gonna fall off the bed. So yeah. Kate and Tyler's story was pretty easy this particular episode. We do see how hard of a time Tyler is having. Not hard of a time, but he's just having to really juggle being dad without having Kate, being dad without having Kate, working on the business without having Kate. He's kind of doing it on his own. So, he's struggling-ish with that. We see how he was trying to work on the clothing stuff, and then Nova, Dad, I want a bath. Dad, I want a bath. And of course, she don't understand. Okay, in 1 second, honey. Dad, I want a bath. And he had to stop what he was doing to give his daughter a bath. We know kids do not let you stop doing anything. It just happens like that or whatever. We do see how Nova is kind of sick. So he's like, he was dealing with that. And we find out that they are all going to see Kate for a week for family weekend in therapy. So Tyler's going, Nova, her mom and her dad. And then they had like her aunt with there, but it kept saying family friends. You know how your aunt is like a friend, but you're not really your aunt. Like, that ain't your mama's sister, but it's your mama's sister. So yeah, we see that whole thing. They go there. Of course, Nova's happy to see her mom. Kate is happy to see everyone else. Kate and Tyler talk a little bit, while Nova's playing with some horses. Why do the horses have masks on? I was like, why is the horse in a mask? Like, is the horse like blind? Like, is the horse? I was confused about that. I don't know about horses. Like, I honestly don't. So if that's like a regular thing about horses, let me know in the comments. So Kate and Tyler's talking about how he's been doing, how she's doing, and he admits how he's kind of struggling with, not being home right now and worrying about the business and, orders not being placed or orders not being done correctly or whatever. And he like, my mom might do it, but I don't know, because what if she can't do it? And he's kind of stressing about it. And she's like, well, babe, don't worry about it. Your mom can just do the orders. It's fine. And I feel like this. I feel like Tyler and Kate's business has grown enough and to where they should hire an intern to do that kind of stuff. Just so that it's not so much them, because I'm pretty sure they're making enough money to actually pay a college student $10 an hour to come work 4 hours a day, 3-4 days a week to work on orders. I really do, because if you think about it, when you order stuff, the turnaround time is usually 7 to 14 days. So I get they want to have stuff quick, but you have, because of your wife's condition, because you have to do other things, and I think it's okay to allow someone else to help you, and also take time to process orders, and don't be so quick, because you could be trying to rush it on your own, and so much can be in your mind that you can be messing up yourself. So, find someone who you trust, train them to do the orders, and just have some help. Because please believe, eventually, I'm going to hire an assistant, okay? I'm going to have to do that too. But you have to wait until you are able to do that. And pretty soon, I'll be able to do that, okay? So I technically can do it now, honestly. But I don't want to. So, what else? Her parents are there. I don't remember seeing Kate's dad often, but I think it's cool that her mom and her dad are both there to talk to her during counseling. It's because it's family week. And the mom was saying how, in her little counseling session, the doctors was kind of letting her know, like, for instance, if Kate is sad or depressed or like if she don't have any energy to do anything, she just like being crazy, to not give her an ultimatum. Like, don't say, well, if you don't stop being depressed, if you don't stop being this, if you don't stop doing that, I'm done. Or, you have just giving an ultimatum. That, like, instead of you see her doing a pattern of something, don't say do this or else. Say something like, well, you know what? How about, you go talk to someone about that? Or how about we go to counseling so you can express whatever you're going through. I think that is a good idea. But however, I do think sometimes people do need ultimatums, because if they keep repeating the same pattern, they're not learning their lesson at all, and that's why they keep doing so. So sometimes you do have to give people an ultimatum so they don't think they always have an out to doing the same repetitive behavior. So, I kind of agree with it, but did not agree with it. Because even Tyler said, if it was me, I would have said, well, no, do this or else. And I think it's a time and place for an ultimatum, but I do believe your first response shouldn't be an ultimatum. An ultimatum should be your last ditch effort. You know what I'm saying? They were sitting down to eat or whatever, and we didn't see Kate too much in here, because I think it's because she was really in therapy. And we see her dad talking to them, and he was saying how, Kate was kind of messed up before the miscarriage, and he sees her now and see that she's doing much better since she's in therapy. She's taking it much more serious, which is kind of, I'm like, well, is she really? Because she's only been there for a week, and it's good to see that she's made progress within a week, but I also feel like someone can't be completely changed in a week. I think it should be gradual. So, but I'm still happy she's doing good. And, when Dad said, like, she was doing bad before the miscarriage, and then the miscarriage was just kind of that thing that set her off. Like, okay, now I was mad and depressed before. Now I'm suicidal. Now this triggered it even worse. And Tyler said something that really made sense. And even one of the producers said she didn't think about that. She said, with Kate, every pregnancy she's had has been tied to some kind of trauma or craziness. With Carly, she gave the baby for adoption. When she had Nova, she had postpartum really bad. And then with the third pregnancy, she had a miscarriage. She was like, so for her, she probably equates trauma to each pregnancy. And then this kind of being the worst trauma of all, the baby is gone forever. Like, it's no seeing the baby, it was just a complete trauma. And, so that was their whole thing. And I think all of them kind of coming to grips with everything Kate has been through, and even Tyler admitting how he is stressed about stuff that he should not stress about. So it was a good thing overall. Lastly but not least, Amber and Andrew and Gary and Leah and Christina. So Amber and Leah are in Florida visiting her brother. Andrew was there too, of course. We see a little snippet of Gary talking to Christina, saying that she's happy that she took Leah to Florida, but that he hopes that she's actually spending time with Leah. Meaning Leah will be with Amber, and Amber won't really be spending time with Leah. Leah just be there. It's the equivalent of if my nephew come over my house and he in the living room watching TV and I'm in the bedroom in the other room watching TV. it's like, that's not y'all spending time together. It's y'all just under the same roof, but you know, it's not the same thing. So it was funny to see when they said that. And he also said, one, he hoped she's spending time together with her now, and he hoped she continues to spend time with Leah, meaning don't only spend time with her when you want to make it be like, oh, we're taking a little trip together. Like when she comes back, still continue to get her and spend time with her. And it was funny when they flashed back to Florida, it was like Amber was sitting in one room talking with Andrew and the producers, and like Leah was just in the other room. So I was like, she gotta not spend time with the little girl. But it is what it is. So we do see her go to her brother's house. And I believe this is the first time her brother is meeting him. And that's the reason they're basically there, is so that her brother can meet Andrew. Because, of course, this is her boyfriend now. They basically live together now. And she's pregnant. So her brother they had like a whole little cute little Nerf gun fight, which was cute. DJ wanted Nerf guns for his birthday. And he got a whole bunch of them, so he's very happy too. I guess kids love Nerf guns. DJ, as y'all know, is my nephew. So after the whole Nerf gun fight, the brother, Amber, and Andrew are like sitting down talking and everything. And the brother, he basically like, well, what do you do for, like, how do you work? Because he said, like, what do you do? And I'm like, he mean, like, how do you make money? Like, because Matt didn't work. And Matt kind of lived off Amber. So I think him asking that was the thing of, well, this is what the last guy did. Nothing. What do you do? And he said, well, I'm a cameraman. I work in cinematography. I hope I said that word right. And she's like, yeah, he's a cameraman. They met on the show on Marriage Boot Camp. And he also says, but now he kind of wants to write. He's been writing. He thinks with all the different platforms that everyone should be writing or whatever. And he's just like, oh, okay, cool. So y'all live together now? And she's like, oh yeah, we moved in together about 3 or 4 months ago. I said, so basically, when she said he was coming to visit her, and they was getting to know each other, he basically came, the same thing Matt did. He basically came there and never left. My thing is, I just don't think you should let a stranger live with you too quickly. A stranger, okay? I don't agree with that. I do think if you know someone, like I dated a guy, we went to high school together, and we moved in pretty quickly. That'll probably be a story time for later. But I knew him. Like, he wasn't a stranger to me. Like, I had known him for years. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a weird, you could be a murderer thing. Like, I know who you are. Some secrets. Anyway. But, he was a complete stranger. Honestly, he was. And they moved in 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm like, well, so that's how you got pregnant so quick. So he then said, I feel like sometimes Amber moves so fast, it's like that she can't be alone. She has to always be in a relationship. And Amber then says, I was single for 4 years before I even met Matt. And I thought to myself, but before she met Matt, wasn't she in prison? If I can recall, I thought when she came home from prison and she had not been home that long, she then met him and they started dating or whatever. I don't think that she had been home for 4 years and then met him. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. I can't remember if, put it in the comments. But I'm like, I thought before she met Matt, she was in prison. So you can't count being in prison as being single because you're in prison. You kind of don't have a choice. So the brother was like, it's cool, y'all together, whatever. You seem pretty nice. I just don't want any skeletons to pop up out your closet how it was with Matt. With Matt, we had kids pop up, child support pop up, all these things popped up because we didn't know. So hopefully, you don't have any of those kind of skeletons. And then, I brought myself a note to remember to say something about it. When he said, I hope you don't have any skeletons, I felt like Andrew he got some skeletons. I don't think they're as bad as he has, like, secret children. I think there's something about him that made him want Amber. If anybody has seen Marriage Boot Camp, the season that Amber's on right now, that's where they met. And I can't understand how any sane person would see her on that particular show and see how crazy she acted and then said, you know what? I want to meet her, date her, get her pregnant, and live with her. So I feel like the fact that he saw her act like that, and he kind of, because you saw what kind of person she is. Because in that aspect, she was a crazy ass person. So you saw someone act batshit crazy, and you still liked it. So I think in my head, it's something about him too that's crazy. It could be that he liked to wear socks every day the same and his feet stank. I don't know. It could be like he might not want to wash his hair. It could be something simple as in he don't take the trash out. His house could be a hoarder's house. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm like, it's gonna be something about Andrew that gotta be batshit crazy. We just don't know what. He can't be this oh so nice good guy, because guys who are oh so nice good guys, sane, whatever, have no issues, have never had any kind of mishaps or any kind of issues in the past, don't be with someone like Amber. Because Amber, in the aspect of how you met her on marriage boot camp when she was saying she's a recovering addict. Her current boyfriend was an older guy who she had said he was abusing her. All this foolishness stuff, and you saw her fight with Chrissy on camp. There's so much that happened on marriage boot camp just within the first 2 episodes. So I'm like, how could you see that and want that and not be a little bit cuckoo? So yeah. Anyway. Later we see her brother, they were like out to eat, and he like, well, how long would it take, for someone to pop the question? I said, well, goddamn it, they just got pregnant after not knowing each other for like 2 days. So like, calm down, slow down, Kimosabi, don't rush it. Andrew and Amber of course laugh, but they not ready to be married. I don't think they really ready to even have a baby, if you truth be told, but the baby on the way. And I do believe they're still together now, but I don't think you should bring up marriage just because someone's pregnant, like at all. And then Amber even said, well, I've been engaged 4 times, but I don't even think those was like, I don't think any engagement Amber had before were real engagements. I think everything before was, I want to get married. I don't think it was a thing of really, I want a marriage. It's a difference to want a marriage and to be like, I'm getting married. It's 2 completely different things. People who want to get married sometimes don't realize what it takes to have a marriage. And I don't think beforehand, when any of those times that Amber was engaged, that she knew about being in a marriage. So just slow down, don't do it, no. We then see even Amber saying how, because the brother asked like, would you guys sign a prenup? And she said, no, we don't need a prenup. I wouldn't make him sign one, but I would have made anyone else besides him sign one because he's different. Girl, but look, sign a prenup. And all the prenup says is, what we came into the marriage with is what we keep. Whatever you make during the marriage as a couple, of course, that's, joint or whatever. But anything I had before the marriage is solely mine. And anything that we accumulate during our marriage, we can handle that. But right now, this is my money, this is his money, and we're going to leave it at that. We then see a little scene of her talking to her brother, without Andrew there. And he was saying how, Andrew seems cool on the surface, but he was like, do you know enough about him to really trust to be with him forever? And she's like, well, yeah, I do. I think he's, he's tame me so much. He's calmed me down, I'm like, he has her calm until she snapped. I think every guy she's been with, she's been calm until she snaps. And I do feel like Andrew was very calm. He's almost zen-like, and we don't know he could snap. Because again, they're still new. Everyone knows the first 6 months of any relationship, you're a goddamn representative. You're not your real self. You don't burp in front of the guy. You don't poop in front of the guy. The dude ain't cussing and fussing and yelling. He might not. It's different. The first 6 months, almost even the first 3 months, we know it's a figment of your imagination. The first 6 months, you're nice. It's that honeymoon stage. So I need her to wait until that 7, 8, 9 month period to see if either one of them is the same. Oh my God, he's so calm, cool. He keeps me so calm. Okay, you say so. She does say, before him, I felt like the people I was with, I was forcing myself to be happy. It was a forceful thing and it wasn't natural. With him, it's a more natural happiness. And her brother, hopefully it doesn't change. And hopefully it doesn't. And I mean, they're still together now. She's still pregnant. So let's hope everything works out for the best. Let's hope she continues to be on a positive path and that she becomes a better mom. And that she just learns from the mistakes of her past when she was a teenage mom, because now she's an adult. And that's it, everybody. So I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.